Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Salam sejahtera, salam UiTM di hatiku. My name is Muhammad Amir bin Azhari from CS2483D. So, the topic of my sharing today is let us support PICK program. So, what is PICK? How does PICK move? Who is leading PICK?
Nearly 60,000 individuals nationwide did not attend the scheduled appointment to get the COVID-19 vaccine injection. Among the states that recorded the highest number include Kelantan, Kedah, Perak and also Negeri Sembilan. Various problems and reasons have been given and it is able to cripple the PICK program.
PICK stands for Program Imunisasi COVID-19 Kebangsaan, which started in mid of February 2021. All matters related to COVID-19 vaccine, including procurement and distribution of the vaccine, are included in PICK, which is controlled by a special committee of JKJAV and CITF.
Jawatan Kuasa Khas Jaminan Akses Bekalan Vaksin COVID-19 JKJAV, co-chaired by the Minister of Health Malaysia and the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation, was established to ensure supply access to COVID-19 vaccine for the country can be obtained promptly, safely, completely and effectively.
JKJAV also plays an important role as the main committee of planning, implementing, and also monitoring the entire of PICK program.
Meanwhile, the establishment of the COVID-19 Immunization Special Task Force CITF is based on the decision of the Cabinet meeting dated 20 January 2021 to ensure proper vaccine distribution and act as the coordinating committee in monitoring the overall framework and strategy to support the implementation of the PICK program.
Yang Amat Berhormat Tan Sri Datuk Haji Muhyiddin bin Haji Muhammad Yassin, the Prime Minister of Malaysia, said that the government's strategy is to ensure that as many people in Malaysia as possible receive the COVID-19 vaccine to save the life of all as soon as possible. After this vaccination effort is completed, it is hoped that our country economy will be able to recover and the people's life will be better, although we still need to take precaution to prevent this pandemic from recurring. Lindung Diri, Lindung Semua is the main theme for PICK program, which emphasizes that protection for all Malaysians will only be achieved if we can vaccinate as many eligible people as possible. When each individual takes the vaccine, then they will be able to protect the people around them from any infection that may be carried. Imagine if the majority of Malaysians were vaccinated, we could build a network for protection that could also protect a group who are not eligible for immunization, such as children and also pregnant women. The COVID-19 vaccine stimulates the immune system so that in the instance of exposure to SARS-CoV-2, which is severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus 2, our body would be able to react against the COVID-19 infection. Whereas platforms such as RNA genetic sequencing, viral vectors, deactivating viruses, and also protein subunits have been used to develop safe and effective coronavirus vaccine. It gives you the best protection against the COVID-19.
Clinical trials are important to test the effectiveness and safety of newly developed vaccine. COVID-19 has made history in the medical field as it involves 10 times the usual number of volunteers compared to other vaccines because it was easy to get volunteers as a result of the fact that the COVID-19 pandemic was happening concurrently, globally, and has posed a global.
As of May 2021, Malaysia has access to a supply of 66.7 million doses of COVID-19 vaccine through the COVID facility and the initial purchases from 5 manufacturers of COVID-19 vaccine. Of the 5 vaccine manufacturers, Community from Pfizer-BioNTech, CoronaVac from Sinovac, and also AstraZeneca from AstraZeneca have obtained conditional approval from the Drug Control Authority, DCA, and also NPRA for use in PICK program. Meanwhile, 2 COVID-19 vaccine candidates are still being processed for NPRA approval.
PICK will move with the division of several groups that will receive the vaccine according to the pace that have been set, namely Phase 1, Phase 2, and Phase 3. The first phase is the phase of giving vaccines to the frontline personnel such as government and private health workers, police, soldiers, rela, as well as essential service personnel. Meanwhile, the second phase, which is currently underway, has started on 19 April 2021, involving the remaining recipients of the first phase, the elderly aged 60 years and above, those at risk with chronic disease, and also the disabled. And the last phase is the third phase, is the remaining Malaysians aged 18 and above and will be given according to the current COVID-19 case zone.
The vaccination implementation under PICK covers the process for enrollment of the target group in order of priority for each phase involved to the administration and monitoring of the effect of vaccination called as AEFI. It adopts the MySejahtera application and the special website or manually for communities that do not have access to the MySejahtera application.
There are 5 methods of COVID-19 vaccination registration so far, where you can register at through the MySejahtera application, hotline 1-800-888-828, outreach programs for rural and inland areas, through the website www.vaccinecovid.gov.my, registration in government and private health facilities.
As a caring Malaysian, I am registering myself as a Malaysian Vaccine Support Volunteer and will assist the government in making PICK a success. MyVac, which Malaysia Vaccine Support Volunteers, is an initiative established in collaboration between the Ministry of Health MOH, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation MOSTI, Ministry of Youth and Sports KBS, Ministry of Higher Education MOHE, and the Red Crescent Society Malaysia MRCS to assist in the launch of PICK by placing individuals willing to serve in the vaccination team. This volunteer mobilization program will be a very important instrument in Malaysia vaccination campaign to achieve the herd immunity. Protecting your loved one starts with you through the vaccination. When at least 80% of the population has been vaccinated, we will be covered in a whole better known as cluster immunity or herd immunity. As mentioned, none of us are safe. So everything is safe. Protection for all start from ourselves. So get vaccinated. Lindungi diri, lindungi semua. Let's support PICK program.